What's up guys, PPD here and welcome to episode 22 of my road to Manchester City, and we start off this episode by selling off our League 1 side. Team of the year is just right around the corner and I wanted to get rid of those guys for the extra coins. Also did some silver trading, and over here you are looking at a deal I made with Inform Hummels. Got him for around 97,000 coins, sold him for 107,000, and with that we made a couple thousand coins with that, so we're so close to the 700k mark. We also went ahead and picked up this Master for 400 coins, which is a pretty nice deal because he does go for around 4,000 coins. List him up right there, and hopefully after this next game going in Division 7 we can sell him and be just one step closer to 700k. So we're going in the Division 7 with the first City squad, and we need to get a result over here because we've been pretty bad. We're actually somewhat close to fighting for relegation, so if we don't get results this episode we are going to be struggling to stay in the division. We come across this guy for the first game who's got a pretty strong Serie A team, obviously a better squad than the one I have going right now, so it's going to be a tough game. And I'm getting a little nervous because we've been losing and winning and drawing, and we need wins, and hopefully we can grab a win in this one. But in the 10th minute over here things started off pretty well because Navas does send Iheanacho through. Iheanacho just has to beat the goalkeeper. Unfortunately though, with his right foot, not his strong foot, he couldn't score it, but we would get a corner from that. Navas crosses it in to Iheanacho, who can't get the header on it, drops to Fernandinho, has a shot, it's deflected to Iheanacho. Iheanacho with a great bit of skill right there has a shot, and unfortunately once again he can't score because it does hit the post. So two great chances to go up early and we missed them both, so that's not a good start. But over here Zuccolini does send Nasri through on goal. Nasri only has to beat the goalkeeper, but once again we can't seem to finish because I try to finesse it and he shoots it wide. So pretty bad start. We had 3 great chances to score, we didn't score any of them, and that's something you can't really get away with in FIFA any year. So we go into the second half, 0-0, stats are pretty equal. I feel like we're dominating and we have the better chances, but it all comes down to one chance really, and that can be the decider for the game. Over here though, Zuccolini has a great chance. Once again we miss it, and we miss it twice, so that's about 4 or 5 chances already that we've blown, and I'm starting to panic because I feel like I'm not going to win this game. But in the 78th minute, Nasri with a great piece of skill right there sees Iheanacho with an amazing pass, and Iheanacho this time manages to find the back of the net in the 80th minute. Only 10 minutes left of the game. Can we hold on? Well, it didn't look like it, because over here in the 85th minute he would go in the attack with Cuadrado. Great run by Cuadrado right there, great dribbling, we can't clear the ball out, and then somehow Pjanic manages to find the back of the net at the near post, and I couldn't believe how Hart didn't save that. It was right at him. I guess the shot was a little bit too high and too strong for him, but Pjanic does level up the game just seconds after we went up 1-0. So 1-1, and I just felt like things weren't going my way this game because I had so many chances they wouldn't go in. This guy has one chance and it goes in. But in the 90th minute over here we would try to get an attack going. He does come in from behind though, and that is always going to be a bad tackle, and he gets himself sent off right there with Murillo. So he's down to 10 men. We can take advantage of this. However, in the 92nd minute, after trying to go on the attack, we lose possession. He goes on the counterattack with Dybala, who is just too quick for company, and then beats our other defender through on goal, and of course he finds the back of the net, but not the way I thought it was going to be, and you'll see why, because we end up trying to clear it right there. I was spamming X, I just couldn't clear it. Mangala goes in for the slide tackle rather than the clearance, takes him out, and with that we are down to 10 men, and he has a great chance to seal off the game in the 90th minute, and that he does because he shoots it down the middle and it nutmegs Hart. And I honestly can't believe it. This game I had about 100 chances, one of them went in, and then we go and concede that stupid penalty right there. And not only that, I dived the right way sort of, and it nutmegs Hart. So this game was just not meant to be won. We lose that game, another loss in Division 7, pretty bad performance, and I am furious with the team, I'm furious with myself. My finishing ability has just gone downhill, and we need to pick it up soon because if we don't, we are going to get relegated, and I don't usually get relegated in FIFA. I can't honestly remember, I'm not trying to say I'm a beast or anything, but I honestly can't remember the last time I was relegated, especially in Division 7. That is just pathetic. But we go into the second game over here soon. Hopefully with our heads high this time, and maybe we can grab a result. We're 2-0-3, it's just so bad. But before we do that and go into the second game, we're going to go ahead and see if the Master sold, and that he did, because As you see right there, he sold for 3.9. So anyways, guys, we're going to go to the second game now, and I'll see you there. So before we head into the second game of Division 7, we have to go ahead and heal up Ambrose and give a little bit of fitness to Boney, who is a little bit tired. So hopefully we can grab a win in our next game, but it's going to be difficult because we come across this guy who's got an insane Bundesliga team. And I just feel so bad for the second team because it always has to come across these strong teams when the first team has to come across teams that it can beat. It just isn't too easy, but the second team just goes through these extremely hard teams. And similar to the last episode, I had to play conservative against this team because if I didn't, he would just demolish me. But in the 15th minute, things didn't start off too great because Thomas Muller does score and he goes up 1-0. And there wasn't much I couldn't do right there because if I did foul him, it obviously would have been a penalty. And he just beat my defender with that skill right there, and I couldn't really do much about it. But we go up early on. There's still plenty of time for us to find an equalizer over here. And right before the half, I would try to go on the attack, but the ref would blow for halftime. So we go into the half with pretty similar stats. He is obviously dominating us on possession, but I feel like if I play my cards right, I can get an equalizer here, and 1 point wouldn't be too bad against a team like this, but we obviously want to go for the 3 because we haven't been winning too much recently. And over here in the 46th minute, seconds after the second half starting, Ambrose scores an absolute screamer right there against the best goalkeeper in the world, Manuel Neuer. Somehow, Ambrose manages to find the back end of the net, and what a shot that was. I couldn't believe it that he beat Neuer like that, but it is what it is. We take it. We go into the 60th minute, go ahead and do some subs. Switch the formation to a 4-1-2-1-2 so we can bring on Barker and Roberts. And these guys haven't really done anything since the time I've subbed them on, so hopefully now they can do something, even though it's going to be pretty unlikely because they're coming across some of the best defenders in the world. But in the 65th minute over here, things didn't go too great because Aubameyang manages to cross it in to Lewandowski. Luckily for us, though, Caballero bails us out with an amazing save right there, and we are still in this game. But not too long after that Aubameyang chance, he would grab another chance over here. Muller with a great pass to Aubameyang. Aubameyang always going to outpace the defense with Bozarets and Demichelis. And of course, he finds the back of the net. So not much we can do right there. We just have to just let it happen sometimes because our defense isn't that great, and it's something that I know it's going to happen for a while until we buy Otamendi, but we just have to deal with it. And in the 78th minute, things only got worse from there because Aubameyang, once again, just causing all kinds of trouble to our defense, gives it to Muller. Muller loses the ball, regains possession right there with Douglas Costa, and of course, with his left foot, he finds the back of the net. So in the 80th minute, we're 3-1 down. Our chances of coming back are extremely low. And of course, our morale was an all-time low, and then it just turned into an absolute havoc because Muller gets his second goal of the game, makes it 4-1, and pretty much puts this game to rest. So we end up losing another game, a terrible, terrible episode performance-wise, and there's only one thing we can do right now, and it's pick ourselves up and hopefully grab a result in the next game. So we're fighting for relegation. Can we survive? I hope so, because we only need 2 points in 4 games, and if we can't do that, that's pretty pathetic. But before we end off the episode, I wanted to end it on a little bit of a high note, so I went ahead and did some trades over here and pushed us over the 700k mark. I also discarded some golds that we didn't need in our club. Anyways, guys, my name is Pippy Deed. This has been episode 22, and I'm out.